guys, welcome back to our channel. So per request today, we are going to be kind of going over our Salt New York stuff, all of our cream tint pros, what's our favorite kind of thing, and then like comparison swatches, all that stuff, what we would highly recommend from them, which is everything, spoiler alert. So if you're interested to see what all our favorite shades are, how we like to use them, all that jazz, then just keep on watching. So I do want to make a disclaimer. We bought a couple blushes and a couple bronzers for ourselves. And then Kiki sent us the whole line, so I just wanted to make that abundantly clear. Yeah, we did receive most of these as PR from her, or as more like a gift, like a Christmas gift. It was more personal than a brand sending us PR. It was like from Kiki herself, like the note and everything. Like, yeah. So it feels more like a gift than it was PR, but just wanted to disclose that. So we do not have every single shade because some of them obviously are not meant for our complexion since they have such a good range in their products. So we got rid of some of them, and then we did keep a couple of them for ourselves for mixing purposes, like for very specific kind of purposes. So we have them categorized into like palettes. Yeah, so this is our bronzer palette. Shades that we use the most would be these two. So this is the medium bronze shade, and this is the contour shade. And then this one I believe is light bronzer. Yeah, so this one is in the shade light. This one is newer to us, but it's an amazing shade for light. It's bronzer, beautiful. And then we have a deeper one just for the sake of customizing. I think it's just called deep. And for contour, this one is medium deep. So yeah, we have contour, medium, light, and medium deep in here, and those are what we use for bronzer purposes. Yeah, everything else we gave away to like our influencer friends that have deep dark skin, because I'm not even gonna attempt to use one of those. All right, I know they're sheer, but then in here we have 4 of the highlighters. So can I just list the names on the screen? Pearl, beige, warm tan, and gold. Now when I was looking through these, so before Kiki sent this to us, I was gonna place another order because I wanted the new blushes because they were gorgeous, and I wanted to grab the highlighters while I was at it because we hadn't tried them yet, and I am a whore for a cream highlighter. So I was like, hey, like, do you think that, you know, the whatever this one was, gold, do you think that this one will be too dark, or should I go a shade lighter, blah blah blah? And then she sent us the whole line and I didn't have to choose. But I actually like beige the most. I thought I was going to be more of a pearl person, but beige is perfect in every way, I'm telling you. It's like just our skin tone. I like pearl because it's lighter, and if I'm looking for something a little more stark or icy, I normally go for pearl, but beige just is perfect for when I use these highlighters. I'm normally going for more of a natural look, so beige is just perfect. It's perfect for my skin tone. It does not have any sort of cast. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It just blends in and looks like gloss. Yeah. And the undertone is just so like perfect. It's so good. And then this is our big thing of blushes here. There is one highlight in here, I think. Is this Rust? Yeah, the highlight in Rust. Yeah, the highlight in Rust, which we use as kind of a mixer for blushes. So, okay, I'll go over the names that I know first. So this one is the highlight in Rust. This is Cranberry. This one is Rose. This one's Raspberry. This one is... oh, I know pretty much all of them except for the deepest one. This one is Spice. This one is... oh shit, I don't know. I think that one's Peach and this one's Coral. Okay, this one's Peach and this one's Coral and this one's deeper. Let's look. We're real fans. We know the names. This one is Wine. Oh yes, that makes sense. That's our little blush collection. So what we're going to do while I'm talking as of right now, we're going to start inserting swatches and what we're talking about. So we will insert swatches of the bronzers first. Now we have a video that we did when we first got our Salt New York Cream Tint Pros, before we had ever spoken to Kiki, and we loved them. We gave them rave reviews. So we started tagging them a lot on our Instagram because that's all we were using, and they did give us an affiliate code. So if you do want to purchase Salt New York, if you do a bundle, it's Twintorials 30 and you get 30% off. By the way, a bundle, because we were a little confused on what a bundle was. A bundle is 4 or more of the cream tints plus a magnetic palette. So obviously do not feel compelled to buy all of the things if you don't want a magnetic palette, or if you only want 2 or 3 of them. Like, don't worry about using the code in that scenario. This video is just a guide as far as what you need or what would be best for you.
Yeah, so, and then all the highlights will be swatched, obviously, and then we'll swatch the blushes, and I also want to show you guys kind of like my favorite blush combos nowadays. So, funny enough, when we bought the Cream Tint Pros, we bought the coral ones.
The peach and the coral.
The peach and the coral, and they're like my least used. My least
They're
used
gorgeous.
shades.
They're gorgeous. But those more wine berry type tones, like cranberry.
Cranberry is divine. Raspberry is perfect for a
raspberry is perfect.
Hear me out. When you mix the rust highlighter with the spice blush,
divine.
Magnifique. I did it in a recent Get Ready With Me. Literally one of the best combos on the planet. I saw some other girl doing that on Salt New York's Instagram stories, and I was like, that is my favorite combo. I feel you, girl. We are one and the same.
I really love also mixing rose and raspberry together. I feel like it's so pretty. Rose is kind of like, I used to use ColourPop Tiptoe as a blush, which is a lipstick, but they discontinued it. And it was like this neutral, cool-ish tone pink lipstick, and it was perfect. Divine. It was perfect for everything. I loved it so much. And this is like that, except just with a little more rosiness to it. But it still is not overly warm. It's like, it's still warm because it's pink, but it's slightly cool. It's slightly cool.
Yeah,
it pulls beautifully with cool tone looks.
Yes. Yup. I love it. I haven't used the deepest shade in here yet.
I have, but for some reason on this one, I feel that, maybe it was just kind of hardened for whatever reason. This one had kind of like what felt like an overspray. It's a pretty color. I could definitely pull that off.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Awesome. I tried, but my brush was not getting into it. I think I just needed to warm up with my finger. That's the only one I've ever had that problem with too. All of the other ones are like creamy enough that I don't need my finger, but you still can use a finger. I think these work well by any application, sponge, finger, brush.
They work all the way around.
They're effortless.
I find it's best to pick them up with my finger and then blend them out with another tool. I can blend out with my fingers, but I'm really heavy-handed, so I start leaving fucking dents all over in my foundation when I do that.
This is reminding me of like grape jelly.
It does.
Oh, I'm loving that.
So if you guys have never like tried this formula before, it is pretty sheer in terms of application unless you are doing the finger method. So if you're dipping in with your sponge or a brush, you're probably going to get pretty sheer application, but if you warm it up with your finger and then put it on your face, you're going to get more like wham bam pigment. What I like about them is the fact that they are so buildable is that you're never going to put it on and say, that's too much. It's not like the Rare Beauty blushes, for instance, which I love, I adore, but it's not like that kind of formula. It's what used to be our holy grail cream bronzer is the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick in Baked. We've since moved on from our obsession with that because of these Salt New York Cream Tint Pros. They blend themselves out.
Not only are they easy to work with, but they have an amazing shade range. They don't smell like butt crap like that Milk Stick does, and they just, I don't know how to explain what they do. They're just they're transformative. Whenever I put them on, I just feel like, wow. That's all I feel. Like, I feel my heart like burst. I'm like, this is like my second born child now, you know? And we can't tell you, but we're in the loop on a few of the releases coming this year, I think, or just in the future with this brand, and I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for everything.
So hyped to see what comes from this.
I was thinking about it earlier when I was getting ready because I was using the bronzers. I didn't use the blush today because we've got Project Pan items, okay? But I was using the bronzers and I was thinking about it and I'm like, you know how cool it would be if they came out maybe like a little bit higher of pans in like foundation shades. Like if they kept it all in this like square pan packaging and just kept on.
I brought that up to Kiki.
Did you?
Yeah.
I just
kind of like Ritual
so
Defee almost.
Yeah.
Like Ritual Defee has those little, I want to buy them so bad. It's just like a potted foundation almost in like their little cute little freaking pebble compacts. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Like, I want to buy that so bad.
Anyway, a lot of these are featured in a lot of our tutorials, and they will be going forward because now that we can do skin again after 25 days of eyeshadow, God bless USA, we can feature these more. We've got a lot of videos that need to be happening ASAP Rocky, so we're working on that, okay? We got silly schedules. But honestly, this has, like, Salt New York Cream Tint Pros have to be my favorite discovery of 2020.
They definitely blew most of our other complexion products out of the water. And it's nice too, because not only are you supporting a small brand,
Small woman-owned
brand. It's very obviously inclusive in the shades, and like it's also very environmentally conscious. I know that's a big factor in how she packages and things like that. Like they're all individually like cardboard wrapped almost, and then these magnetic palettes are A,
phenomenal,
beautiful, and B, just high quality. Like things do not slip around in here.
No.
I did want to quickly mention, I feel like the light bronzer, it's very, like, you can obviously tell in comparison to these other ones, this is warm. Like, this is almost orangish.
It's like a cream version of Wet n Wild Ticket to Brazil.
Yeah, which was my holy grail. I went through 2 of those. It's very similar to that kind of tone. And I don't know if the new Ticket to Brazil is the same, like in the square packaging. I'm talking the big color icon packaging. That was my crap. This is like the cream version of that. So if you don't like something this warm, I would either, like, contour you can still use as a bronzer. It's not super gray, but it has enough gray to it that it does provide some shadow. So I sometimes will mix those two in order to get my perfect shade. Most of the time though, I use the medium and the light and contour.
Yeah. I also want to mention, we did check with Kiki. These will be fine in any magnetic palette.
Yeah.
So don't think you have to buy this one specifically. Not that I don't recommend these, because these are they're so good.
I want to create, like, I want to get another one of these big ones and do like a couple, like a quad of cream tints and then like some eyeshadows and stuff, but I know I won't ever use something like that. It's just in theory. I think it's so cute.
Yeah, so all that to say is that we love Salt New York. We love Kiki G. If you guys haven't, like, we've been subscribed to Kiki G for a while, a few years.
I've been subscribed to Kiki since I was in high school on my own personal YouTube. Yeah, I probably since my junior year of high school.
Wow.
So I don't know, 5 years, 6. I don't know. How old am I? 22. When did I graduate? 17. A while.
I think it was 16.
No, my age was 17.
Oh, I thought
it was 2016. Okay, my age was 17.
But yeah, if you don't watch her YouTube channel, she's kind of strayed away from her usual content, but I find her wildly entertaining.
She's so fun to watch.
She's so fun. Just so you know, the Vampire Diaries brings people together, and it creates friendships you never knew could have existed.
Lasting friendships.
Long-lasting, loving relationships with Kiki G. But that is all from us today. So if there's anything specifically you would like to see, like, get rid of these on, like in action, we'll be doing more base tutorials going forward and stuff, but even though y'all hate tutorials, I'm gonna continue. But thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye.